It's a lovely Thursday evening right here in the city of Lagos, and you're welcome to the new season that is season 4 of the Find Your Voice on Your Space. My name is Jadi at Dewodu, and I'm super delighted to be doing this. I mean, we've done 30 full episodes. Oh my goodness, where did all the time fly? And I'm super excited that we are beginning season 4 on a amazing level. Last week we had a phenomenal time with our guest, and it was a beautiful story, understanding the balance with the art, family, purpose, and being able to understand that whatever you do as a person of purpose is not a waste. And we had a phenomenal time with Ayodeji. Now, if you're watching us, we're usually live every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on YouTube and on LinkedIn. We're live on YouTube at Lady Jade Global and on LinkedIn at Jadesola Adewodu. Today promises to be an amazing time. Now, if you know anyone who is an event host or presenter or anyone that likes to speak or public speaker that needs to be on this call, please do well to let them know. And if you're watching us on YouTube, do well to say hello to us, say hi. If you're watching us on LinkedIn, let your friend know that we are live. Tell a friend that we are live. Next couple of minutes, we hope that you're able to have fun. And for those of you that are watching this or that will be watching this in the future, welcome to the family. Please do want to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Yes, at Lady Jade Global. Do want to subscribe so that when we have a new video, you'll be the first person to know. Now, welcome to the first episode in season 4. Yes, like I said before, we've done 30 whole episodes and we're on the road to doing 40 episodes. Now, without further ado, I'd like to bring up my guest for today. She is a phenomenon. I met her in 2022, thereabout, and she's so kind. She's really loving. She's amazing. She is a phenomenal master of ceremonies, by the way. And beyond being, a corporate compare, she's also an alaga. And today she's going to spill beans. Like, how is she able to navigate? And even beyond being an alaga, she holds a BSc in agricultural science. She also has an MSc in crop psychology. And when I'm wondering, ma'am, how do you do these things? By the way, she's very married. I mean, she's a babe. Right? Normally, she's a spec. She's not a spec that is married. And it was her wedding anniversary a few days ago, and it's a delight to have her on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together wherever you are in the world as I welcome Tolulope Fajana, aka Step Compare. Background people,
Yay!
bring her up now.
It's
Can
such
you
a
see? Such a
honor.
sweet woman. Very sweet woman.
Right?
Sweet, sweet.
It's such a delight to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering that all those accolades for me, and my head was just swelling. I had to put my hand on the head and say, calm down. You do not leave my body.
Realize,
Calm down.
realize.
Thank you so much. It's such a honor to be here. And I must say that you're doing a really good job. I mean, 30 episodes
Thank
already.
you.
Take your flowers.
I know.
In fact, did I say take your flowers? Take a whole garden.
Garden, I
A
collect.
whole
I receive it.
garden.
I
Just go and look
receive
for
it.
a gardener to help you to make sure that it's
I
all
know,
looking good.
right? I know.
Thank you so much
I
for
know.
having me.
Thank you. And I know that interesting feeling when most times they're usually the ones that read people's bio. Yeah, kind of feels funny when somebody's reading now, but like, is that me? Are
Right?
you
Right?
are you really sure that's me? That you put? Wow, that I don't know what you're talking about, but
Right? You'll
deep
be
down you're
wondering when did
thinking.
I do all of these?
But I mean, you have done amazingly well for yourself,
Thank
and you've been
you.
in the industry for 9 solid years.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm curious. Why did you decide to be a master of ceremonies? And you've done that consistently for 9 years. What was the genesis? I mean, I understand that, you do agriculture so well, right? And you've been doing that for as long as you have been doing it.
Yeah, right.
And and I understand that being in that industry is not a walk in the park,
True.
because you're dealing with quality of produce. Sometimes you have to deal with farmers, you have to do a lot of research, and you have to check, oh, what's the quality, a lot of quality control to ensure that, okay, whatever is being put out to the general public is healthy for people to consume and whatnot
Definitely.
and whatnot.
Definitely.
How did you then decide that, okay, beyond having a 9 to 5, I want to be a master of ceremony, I want to be a public speaker? Why that?
All right. Thank you so much, Lady Jade. I mean, that's like 100 questions in one. And you already know that MCs talk too much. So if you feel like I am over talking, please, you can give me a nudge so that I can find myself or find my
Oh,
voice.
wow.
All right. Thank you so much for the question. Interestingly, I have been a talkative from my mother's womb. Like I have been
Hmm.
this talkative, so inquisitive. I want to know what's going on. I want to know why Lady Jade is putting on a wig. I want to know all of those. Like I
Yeah.
whenever I go out with my parents, I'm always asking questions. And you will always find me
Hmm.
lighting up the room. Like there's never a dull moment around me. And whenever there's
Mm-hmm.
any church event, or I mean, this is talking about
Yeah.
growing up anyways, whenever there's any church event or they need a child to come and be at the forefront, you will definitely find me. Or they say
Mm-hmm.
there's one child that does not learn a memory verse, it can never be me. I always like to be
Wow.
present. I always like to be at the forefront.
Mm.
I always like to be seen. I always like to be heard. I always like to be everywhere. So I mean,
Mm.
till I got to the university, I didn't really know what they call MC. And this is talking about 2010, 2011 thereabouts. So I was just doing my own thing for fun, just like chilling, just making sure everybody's fine, everybody's happy. Like you're frowning, and I'm wondering why you're frowning when I am a happy child around me. So there was this program that a friend of mine that was in the SUG at the time was having like a conference in school, and he said, so, sometimes when you do what you do, people watch and people see you. And sometimes you just need the right circle around you to be able to put fire in your bones to say, I need you to come up either. I need you to do this. And I was such in it. I mean, I'm still in that kind of circle because if I'm not in that circle, Lady J will not find me to bring me up here. So I'm still in that circle where people see that, oh, this girl does this. And we really need her to do this because of what she does. So a friend of mine then in the SCG saw that, oh, this is someone that could handle this program. And then after the event, it counts. This is 20. Okay, so by this time it was 2015. We're rounding off in school. And he counted 5K and gave me like, so there's money in this thing. This thing, I mean, I'm just doing for fun. And as if that was not enough, I was in a church at the time, and my pastor is someone that always encourages you. Like, even if you're packing debts, Pastor Sam Neye, I celebrate you. Thank you so much. Um, Even if you're packing debts, is someone that would ginger you, like encourage you to say, this debt you are packing, you can make something from it. You can be the best in this industry. And then he was planning his wedding at the time, and he just mentioned randomly that the MC that they were looking at calling, who is supposed to be a friend of the family, said he was going to be collecting a particular amount. And at the time they could not afford that because, I mean, you know how wedding can be a lot, and then they needed to put money into some other things. And I just told them, that was like, I've never handled a wedding. I've done other events at the time, but I never handled a wedding. And I used to feel like a wedding requires so much energy and all. And I just told him jokingly, I said, Pastor, I should be able to do this. I was like, oh, Step, you can do this. And then he fired me up. I was like, I'm going to tell Mama, that's his fiance at the time, that you are the one emceeing our wedding. Lady Jade, I was so scared. I was like, what have I gotten myself into? And then I just had to, like, thank God I had a friend then who was like a top MC at the time. in Akure, and then I like met with him. He helped me draw like a program, and I was still scared. I was still shaking, but trust me, because it's something I'm used to, like talking and all. I just brought in that energy, and that was how I hosted my first wedding in 2016. And it was at that moment when I started getting feedback, getting several comments, got another wedding gig from that wedding gig. I was like, okay, I think I had found my voice, and this is where I needed to be at this time. And from there, I went to a radio station, tried to fire up my communication skills and all of that. And the rest they say is history. And about my 9 to 5, if they tell me in all honesty that I'll be an Greek specialist at this time, or I'll find myself in culture, I'll say why. So back then in school, I wanted to study computer science. Funny story. At the time, the code in school is CSC, and then they gave me CSP. And I was telling the person I went to check my name on the list of what do they call it now? What do they call it? Admission list or something like that. And the person was telling me that he saw my name is CSP. I said, what does that even mean? There must be a mistake somewhere. Maybe somebody removed the C and put P. And it was like, no, there's a particular department that is CSP. I was like, what's the full meaning of CSP? Only to find out it was like an agric thing. Agric that my daddy is doing at the backyard of our house. I want to go and study in the university. And so many things. I was so down, I was perplexed. But I didn't get my balance on the 300 level. If they told me that I was even going to graduate with a 2-1, I would say it's a lie, because I was not so interested in the course until 300 level, or let me say, okay, 400 level, where I went for IT. And that was how I found myself in the agric space. And of course, I was privileged to work for some time in a research institute, a big international research institute, agric research institute in Ibadan. And it was such an eye opener for me. And the rest they say is history. I'm in the agric line doing good stuff, and I'm enjoying what I do. I think I've been able to rush over those questions, Lady Jade. Lady Jade, are you there? I mean, so I work as an agri specialist. That's like my 9 to 5. I work with the company, um, reviving the agri space in terms of bringing in some products or input, so to say, that can help the farmer to increase his yield or increase our yield, and at the same time doing everything that needs to be done in the agri space. Yeah, let me help those that are not agri people here. Lady Jade, are you there? I guess we lost the hosts. Can anybody hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so my network took me out. I'm so sorry.
Sorry about that. We're in
these
Nigeria,
are the
except
these
for
are the
some guests that might be watching us from abroad.
do you understand? These are the concerns that we do
Right.
have. But thank you for being with us.
Thank
I
you.
think that just give me a minute.
No problem.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
All right, so I'm back now. Thank you for your
Okay.
patience. I had
No,
to
it's fine.
switch my internet provider. Okay, so yes, landing on what you had said, about your 9 to 5 and whatnot. And please, can we go back to that conversation when you said that
Oh,
you didn't
okay.
even think that that was what you were going to have or do?
Oh, yeah. So I was saying that I didn't even know that I will find myself in the agri space.
Mm,
Talk more, talk less of even getting like making it a 9 to 5. Like
yeah.
I didn't dream of it. So I was going to study computer science in school, and the person that went to check the admission list said he saw my name in CSP, and I was wondering what CSP. I've never heard that name before. And it goes because I mean computer science, the code is CSC. So I was like, check very well. It should not be that someone has replaced P with C, I mean C with PO. That it then goes on to say, no, there's a course in school, there's a department in school called CSP. Hello, what's the meaning of CSP? And it goes on to say crop soil and pest management. I was like, I was so weak. I was weak. I was like, oh my, how do I even cope? And I didn't start enjoying the course, or I didn't start liking the course till 300 level. When we had a particular course, it was on horticulture, and then I just started like how the environment, how you can beautify the environment with different flowers can do different things, different plants can do different things. And then there was even a funny day that she asked us to go and ask our parents, or I mean check online was not really a thing at the time. See me sounding like I have gone to school in the olden days. So she was like, what did you say?
You actually no. I mean, compared to now, it's now the
Yes, that you
olden
can
days.
always check everything. Yes. Yes. So she said we should go on to check what each plant could do. And then one of my colleagues, was it colleagues now? Sha, a fellow student at the time just came. I was like, he wanted to start reading incantations. And I was like, and my lecturer was like, no, 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 no. Just hold it. I said, madam, I cannot tell you what these plants can do without purfling, you reading out on incantations. And that was that, and it was so funny. I was like, oh wow, so this my course is really interesting. And then I went to IT. I went for IT, and it was in a research institute, like a big international research institute in Ibadan. If I mention the name, I'm very sure everyone will know it. And
Yeah.
it was just so amazing. I was like, oh, so there's beauty in agriculture. And because at the time I was like, this is something my dad does at the backyard of our house. How should somebody even be going to school for it? Like, you go to school, you
Mm,
tell somebody you went to study agriculture. It's like for me, I feel like nah, that's not supposed to be a thing. But I
mm-hmm.
mean, it's what is bringing food, putting food on my table. One of the things putting food on my table, and I love it so much. So I'm glad I'm here.
Wow, that is fun. That is really fantastic. If you, and it's usually interesting because of the things that we are familiar with. We just think that what we know is what there is to that. But if you then take your time to now say, okay, let me dig deeper, you then begin to understand that it's actually much more than what I know. Now
Yeah,
you are a time conscious compare, and you've worked with a lot of big brands amazingly, and you've hosted over 300 events, and I must say you host weddings really well. I mean, I love
thank
how you
you.
were able to carry along the elderly at your event, even with the younger generation. You know how to interact. I mean, we but then being able to carry along the older generation to make them feel like, oh, we're part of this event. Now, there's, but then much up until towards the end of last year, if I'm correct, well, I'm correct. You decided to move into the traditional aspect, the traditional MCing side, and I'm wondering what was the mindset behind that? Why did you decide to I would diversify, that's the word, into traditional MCing alongside being, a corporate MC or a wedding MC?
Such a beautiful question. Thank you so much, Lady Jade. So, it's something that I should have even been doing a long time. So, I started, or maybe you just got to see it at the later part of last year. It's something that I
Mm,
have been doing since 2023, like
mm,
officially. 2023, I've been confident in it since 2023. But it should have even been something I should have been doing a long time, because I mean, both traditional MC and modern MC, I mean corporate MC, they complement each other. You're doing the traditional parts, and then you're doing the corporate parts. So
mm,
why one of the reasons why I didn't start when I should start, or when I should have started, even those times when Senior Alaga of Nigeria was doing training for as low as 10,000 naira, compare
mm,
with now that you see most people doing training for 250K and above.
mm.
That time
Yeah.
I was just feeling like I was not enough, in the sense that I was like, I don't speak so much of Yoruba. And then I was like, all this Oriki thing, all these you begin to of course I can sing, because I was in the choir for so long. I can sing. I mean, sing to beats, because that's like the first part of it. You have to be able to sing to beats, because someone cannot be dancing and then you are singing on another beat and you're singing off key. It would definitely throw them off. It would definitely throw everyone off. So that's like the first thing. So a friend of mine was going to do her introduction. She was getting married to an Igbo guy. And you remember that I mentioned when I was answering the first question that being in a circle that people recognize that you can do something. You know, sometimes you don't even know you can do something until someone tells you. You might just be doing what you're doing, and then someone tells you, say, ah, Lady Jade, do you know that you can be this, you can be that? And you're wondering, can I? And then the person goes on to put like more fire and say, yes, don't ask yourself,
Yes,
can
you
you?
can.
You can do
Yeah.
it. And then you find yourself doing it. And that was how I started doing the Alaga thing. So she was going to have her introduction. She said it was a mini introduction in the sitting room. She was getting married to an Igbo guy, and she didn't want to call the typical Yoruba Alaga, like all these Ijile Yoruba Alaga. So she wanted me to do like a mix, because up until now that we see like learned people do the Alaga thing. Before now, it used to be all these iyas that just speak strictly Yoruba, but now most people are, I mean, learned. We see many Gen Z self doing it, millennials doing the work. It used to be our mothers doing the Alaga thing at the time. So she was like, I don't want to call just like a typical Alaga that is coming to make money. I want like a branded branded
A
Alaga.
funky fire, like our parents would say, a
Exactly, that's the
modernized.
word. That's the word. So I was like, oh, I can do it. She said, yes, you can do it. And then I just, called a few people, asked some questions, and that was how I hosted that introduction. And then after the introduction, people were like, because of course, trust me to bring in my MC, my corporate MC vibe into it, because like I mentioned, they complement each other. So, and I am always the energetic person on the mic, whether traditional, whether corporate. And so that was how I hosted that. And then I just saw that from posting and from people seeing it, like in between you and I, okay, sorry, it's public, but between you
Yeah.
and I have not like like I've not learned it like sit under somebody to like tutor me, guide me, or like train for 3 6 months. I haven't done it. I just, do research, read, watch, thank God for Instagram and other social media platforms, watch videos, and that's how I've been helping myself. And of course the feedback is always giving.
Amazing.
So I I don't want to stop anytime soon.
Kudos.
Because it's good to make money from all the
My
ends, as
sister,
long as everything is. As long as everything is complementing each
Do
other,
you
so we
understand? Because
knew.
one way doesn't lead to the markets. There are different areas, and this is the year where we have.
Lady J, that's why someone that is selling stationery is even selling
Do
pepper.
you understand?
So one road did not enter the
Do you
market.
understand?
Different roads.
I mean that is very very fascinating. And one thing that I see consistently in your stories is the fact that there's always like you have very much highlighted. There's always someone in your circle saying, "I believe you can do it. Do this for me." And another
Yeah.
thing is you're
Yeah.
able to rise up to the occasion by researching, by
Yeah.
knowing what you're supposed to do, by just running with it, which is very very important. Now, you have a would I call it a coaching program that's going to happen,
Yeah.
in March. Or we was going to start in March.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I mean, you've had some WhatsApp, what's it called, speaking engagements where you've spoken to lots of up and coming MCs or public speakers in some
MC.
communities and the likes. But now there's a the coaching opportunity for 3 months. Can you share some light on it?
Yes.
What is it going to entail? Why did you start it? And who are going to be the recipients? What are the things that are obtainable? And if there's a price to it, please let us know. So you have the floor now.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Yes, so I have actually been, because I'm all about impacting anyway. So when I do what I do, I mean, one of the reasons I do what I do is because I have people at heart.
Yeah.
Like I'm a people person.
Mhm.
That's like one of my principles. I you would most of the times, even it has even would I say affected? I'm not getting the right word,
Mhm.
but let me just say it is something that's like rubbed off for me in terms of my pricing, in terms of my giving back, so to say. Like so many times, people come and hold me by the hand and say, "Hey, Steph, we've been together for this number of years. My wedding is coming up," and sometimes that wants to like drive me, but no, I just say, "No, this is a business, or else we'll not eat if we keep doing
Yeah.
that." So why am I saying this? Is because I am all about impacting. I am a people person, and I have actually been in the say coaching phase or training phase for 4 years now. So, or let me say 3 years. So, it has for three years I have been like giving back, because so many times people see that you do what you do and they want to do what you do, but they don't have that knowledge that you have. Because I mean, the number of years of experience you have definitely always make you make you better in every sphere you find yourself, or any place you find yourself. And so I've been doing this since 2023. I started on my birthday, 2023. I had a training for MCs, both established and upcoming MCs. And of course, I had like veterans, because I mean, I have mentors, I have role models that I learn from, so that I don't fall into the pits that they had fallen into. And one of the things I also do this impacting is because while I started, I didn't have so many people to like hold my hands and say, do this so you don't fall into this. So I feel like this generation, like people, people don't want to fall into some pits, so they're always in your DMs asking, you do this so graciously, how can we learn and stuff. And sincerely, I didn't want to start the mentoring thing, but I'm like, you didn't have this opportunity, so to say. It was until like some years into when you've started that you got the opportunity to be mentored by someone. And you gave yourself to this, and there are people that also want to be mentored by you, and if you're not giving them this opportunity, it would, I mean, it would not be a good thing. So I started this 2023, 2024. I did the same, and towards the end of last year I had like another training, 3 months. And believe you me, some of these students were students that have never even had the opportunity to hold the microphone to host events. And after the training, they were so equipped that they got various gigs. Like so many people that used to even see them like, can you do this? Can you do this? Started referring them for gigs. And I mean, it's a big one for me. It's gingered me to do more. And that's why I'm having this training coming up from March down to May. It's for 3 months for MCs and also public speakers, whether aspiring or even already established, or someone that is just looking to, get another source of income, or someone that wants to be a better communicator.
Yeah.
This program is for them. It's for 3 months. And after 3 months, they will be getting a certificate and also 6 months internship with me and also friends in the industry. So the training is tagged the Microphone King. And the Microphone King is a name of a friend that I hold so there that is late now. And it was one of those that helped me to even start the one I did last year. And I feel like if he was still alive, he would have even still wanted me to do more of it.
Yeah.
So I just figured I just figured it's a way to honor him using his name. And so it's tagged the Microphone King. Of course, it's the body that is organizing this training is Step Compare Host Hub, because like I mentioned, I've been doing this since 2023, impacting people. I have a host hub already, Step Compare Host Hub. And trust me, there are so many things to gain. There are so many things you would, for someone that's it's just, you don't even know how to get gigs. You don't know how some people just see you do events like back to back, like every Saturday, no rest, even weekdays. And they want to know, how do you do it? Is it like you have like a clique, or is it like you have somebody that just, all of these I will be sharing. I would also be sharing how I mean, I'll be sharing on pricing, negotiations, branding as a whole, the arts of hosting, so many things, 12 curated topics that speaks to various angles of you being a better MC, how to work with vendors, how to speak with clients, how to secure those gigs from different angles, whether your circle or even strangers, using the social media to your advantage, because I mean that's where so many gigs that I get come from. So like, you post and you get so many views, you get so many likes, you get comments. So all of these things I would be sharing. And of course, I won't be doing this alone. I have mentors in the industry that I look up to. Four of them would be joining us for this cohort.
Yeah.
The likes of Sako, Coin Sparkles, my mentor, um, Eula, and the host with the most. These people always have back to back. Like, if you even hear the amounts they earn just being an MC, you'll be wondering, is it the same industry you're talking about? So there's so much to tap from their wealth
Yeah.
of knowledge. There's so much to gain from them, and it will be starting. We have the first course starting from March to May. 12 weeks, 12 curated topics, 3 months, four veterans in the industry, and for now, that's all I can say.
Well
Thank
done.
you so much, Lady J.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Steph. I
much.
mean, I'm really, really blown away by your commitment to want people to be better, even as communicators, even as event hosts, because it's very, very important. And as the days go by, the industry is becoming bigger and bigger. A lot of people want to,
Yes.
they want to be able to let their voice to be heard, especially as either master of ceremonies or public speakers. And I mean, a lot of events, a lot of companies are growing now. They want people to be able to help address their audience in the right and suitable way. Let me take a quick break to
Yes.
YouTube, and a big shout out to the mechanic. He's on YouTube watching us right now. There's Opeyemi Ayotunji from LinkedIn. Thank you so much. And of course, um let me clear my throat for this one. A certain Mr. Jide Fajana is on the call. Uh-uh. Husband man. Sir, we greet you. Thank you for releasing your wife at this time. We know she's supposed to be doing her wifely duties, but you released that for us. Sir, thank you, sir. Sir, collect. Help us to collect, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you, sir. Eshe Psycho Tojiwa, sir. For those that don't understand what I just said, I just appreciated her husband. I told him thank you and thank
Thank
you for
you.
taking good care of us. I mean, it takes a man who is
Yeah.
very, very secure in himself and is super. So, I mean, by the way, husband is very supportive because the way my sister is to do back to back to back to back, it would only take
He
a
is.
man who is deeply supportive, to be able to allow you to fly. And for this, we say thank you, Mr. Jide Fajano. You're a red gem that has a red gem. Swallow it to you, sir. All the hands in the air. We raise it to you.
Yeah, right.
We raise it to you. Thank you so much for also showing up for us in the comment section as well. Now, speaking about, having to, what's it called, navigate being married and also doing the work that you do. And a lot of times, certain individuals try to project. They say, "Oh, yeah, married woman. Why should you be taking this kind of? Why should you be going late? Why should you be doing this? What about your husband? How does your husband feel? How does?" And for me, I understand that to each one is own, and nobody's marriage is the template for the next marriage because they're different individuals in each marriage, and we all raised differently. We all have different
Yeah.
experiences to life. So, how are you able to um, compliment for the times where you're probably outside conquering the world? Because I mean, this man have allowed you to go and make money. How do you not say, "Ah, my daddy, this how we gonna did it. This how this today. Oh, I'm not taking event today, so for you. But how do you maintain that balance? Because a lot of times, I mean, we've seen even in some movies where certain people have really supportive husbands, but they just take certain things for granted. But how are you able to maintain that consciousness to say, yes, I'm married. Yes, I honor my husband. Yes, I respect my husband. But at the same time, I may be a superstar outside, but in my home. So how are you able to create that balance, please? Over to you, man. Give us marriage
Interesting.
counseling so that we
In-
that we are coming, yeah, we can be learning work from the yeah. I just say my
when
sister is
when you
5 years married. Please, you're my senior. Please
if
adjust
he
it
is, you run
well.
am right.
Adjust. By the way, happy anniversary to you. Adjust it well.
Thank you. Oh well. So I mean, you were when you were appreciating my husband, I was just blushing because if you have a good man, you will definitely see it in the woman.
Mm.
And even if the woman is pretending, it will just get to a certain point that the woman will not be able to pretend. So if you have a good man, count yourself lucky because it definitely settles a lot of things. So many times I come in after late night events, after parties, and guess who would be the person to massage my feet
Oh,
after wearing heels for like
Mr.
for
Jide,
like
you're a
the long
superstar.
hours.
Mr. Jide, what should we send?
He
Should we
is a
send dollars to
superstar.
you? Is it private jet we should send to you, sir?
He's a superstar, and sometimes I travel out of Lagos. He's supporting me. Sometimes he even drives me down to the event safe, and like a whole lot because I mean, it's I know that maybe a couple of times when we're dating is some we've discussed some things, and of course I didn't see any red flag in the sense that I never saw any points that it's like this man is going to change, he's not going to support me in terms of what I do, or he's going to say drop. No, I know that you were doing it before we got married, but now that we are married, don't do it again. So many men could do that anyway, even though you didn't see those red flags. The red flags can just pop up from anywhere. Is it not just to buy color red and just paint it and you just see it pop up somehow? But is just because he is a good man, honesty. And of course I don't I always celebrate him whenever I can because he is a good man that is never envious of his wife, never scared, always secure. Like he doesn't mind if his wife is flying, going up and down, doing all of these, like, and he might not even be in the social media space. He might not even be someone that always wants his face to be out there. Let me give a typical example. Like Lady Jade mentioned, it was our fifth anniversary on Friday, 28th of February. And I was tempted in the sense that an inquiry came in for a gig on Saturday. Meanwhile, my husband and I had planned a staycation for our anniversary. And I was like, this is money looking at me in 3D. How do I tell this man that I cannot go? I cannot go. I want to go for events rather than go for our staycation that we had planned like months before. And then I just had to sit down. Like before even speaking with him, I just had to I funnily I kept on with the negotiations with this person, but in my head I'm like, I don't think I'm going to take this gig because imagine when you have planned something with your husband and then you go on to tell him that it cannot happen again. It just means it just feels like you don't respect the opportunity it gives you to fly.
Mm,
So I draw boundaries and then I know the events I need to take. And so many times he even acts like my unpaid manager that whenever I get gigs, I go back to him and say, oh, this is the amount that they're paying me for this. This is this. And then sometimes you just tell me, don't do this, don't take this. Like he's always like he works with God because those events when he says don't do this and I go on to do it, like maybe sometimes coconut head will come to play once in a while and then you say and then you say, no, by all means, I would not answer this man. I always see the repercussion because I might just get to the event and the event is just turning on his own. And then I'm like, ha, and my husband told me. But guess who will still massage my feet after disobeying him? So it all boils down to marry a good man. And I mean, you can't tell a good man when you see a good man. You just have to pray because some people will pose as good men, and at the end of the day, you'll be like, Kinemo Faye, what did I marry? Not even who did I marry, but what did I marry?
mm.
Because they will just turn into something else. But I am grateful for the man God has given me, and he's such a great support system. Great support. So many times, if is the one that we like when me I want to say, let's eat something else. It's just like, oh, because you don't want to enter the kitchen because you are tired after this event, and then you will just help out. And I mean, it's because he's a patient man, he's supportive, and that's why 5 years doesn't even look like 5 years. It looks like we just got married, and I am always
It's just all
Lady
of a
J, what kind
sudden
of
odd
drama is
in my.
that?
It's just all of a sudden odd right
Well,
here because
what kind of drama is that?
please,
But
I
I
love
mean, I,
love.
I
Please,
tell
I'm a lover
people,
of love, my dear. But love,
I tell I tell people every time that you should always pray for a good man because it
mm,
all sums it up. And then someone that has the fear of God.
mm,
Because if you have the fear of God, it will show. It will definitely show in everything you do. You will not be someone that always, because God is not a God of confusion. God is not a God that wants to be in a place of fights, a place of throw punches. So if you fear God, you will not want to throw punch. You want your home to be peaceful because that's because you have the fear of God. So you definitely want peace. And anything that would bring about that peace is what you'll be chasing after, like being patient, being understanding, being supportive. All these things would help with peace in your home. So
fantastic.
that's about it.
So I mean, what basically just pray for a good man,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Be
Pray for a good man.
be decent. And one thing I have observed, I mean, I'm not physically met your husband, but from videos that we see on WhatsApp status, and I can see that you are your husband's friend, and your husband is your friend, and
It's my bestie.
it's very beautiful to watch when as in you can tell when a couple are friends. It's, I mean, just like what you said earlier, when a woman is being loved right, when a man actually loves his woman, it's obvious even to the blind. Even the deaf can sense it that ah you people are loving each other. Is everywhere is thanking,
Definitely.
so I mean I'll say that for anybody watching this, and it's probably a woman, probably you want to get married anytime soon, and you're just wondering what to watch out for. Watch out for a good person. And if you have a good friend that is always watching out for you, and see when you're praying, be doing like this, be saying, God, open my eye. Don't friend zone your husband. Stop friend zoning because I mean, love. I've seen people when they say, "Oh, he's just my friend," and you see how this guy is going above and beyond
For
for
you,
you, and you're not
yeah.
even paying it.
I was going to be in that space, so because we're actually match made.
Let's have
So I
it.
was going to
Let's
be
have
in
it.
that space
Let's
that
have it. Let's have it. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I don't even think I've ever, okay, no. So I was trying to remember if I've ever told the story, but during my bridal shower some years back, I told the
Tell
story to
us
the
in
ladies.
international stage. Tell us. Tell us. We're here for this. Love
So
it.
that at the time I was working in IIT.
Okay.
In fact, the person that matched made us was his best man.
Wow.
And he just even got married like towards the end of last year. I was even the MC at his wedding.
Oh.
So it was my friend. And then I just got out of, like, it was a year after I was out of a relationship, and I was like, I'm not interested. So many guys around. I was just, having fun. Like, by fun I mean, they will call, have you eaten, all those have you eaten kind of thing. I was enjoying it. I was having fun. I was enjoying it. Like, I was like,
Okay.
even some people in their mind will be thinking that I'm dating this girl. They will not know that this one is just using them to catch cruise. So it's not only guys that can do playboy or play canoe. Even girls, ladies, because I was such in a space where it was taking time for me to heal
Mm,
from my heartbreak. And when you were supposed to even be the genesis of breaking the whole relationship, and then you feel like, oh no, this relationship will work, and then the person gives you the shocker of your life and says, nah, it's not going to
mm,
work on my watch, and it just gives you the heartbreak. And like, even though it was even a day to my birthday that I got this heartbreak. So I was like, we are in for this. I don't think I will get married though. It's like I'll be a sister. Oh. So I never thought I was going to heal. So
wow.
any guy coming around, then I was just catching cruise, you get. So it was just God. I mean, God really loves me because the amount, this strength with which I was using to catch cruise, if it was super amazing. And so I just saw one of his, like, he was scrolling past his phone, and then I saw one of his friends. And I was like, Inka, you not give me this your friend. Like, what a guy should say. I was the one saying, and then, you not give me this your friend. I said, that's true, Sefo. And this was another friend of his, not even my own husband.
Mm,
It was not like, that's true, Sef. I have this friend of mine that is not in any relationship. I should I mean, it was not like, should he give me the guy's number? I said no. So the other guy that I asked for his number, that is not my husband, he gave me the number of that one, but I didn't even enter that one's DM. So I don't know what he told. So that one messaged me, and we're just talking, and I was catching my cruise as usual. And then my husband, he knew what he wanted. I mean, I'm always angry that you go straight to what you want. Like, so I was like, this one, you will
an
pembe.
intentional man, I
I will
stand.
friend zone you. And like, I will friend zone you for the longest. In fact, I think it took me like 3 or 4 months before answering, or 6 months, in fact. I was trying like pushing him. I was telling him, don't worry, don't worry. I will answer you. I will answer you. I was like, I want to see you first. I want to see you eyeball to eyeball.
Wow.
And then it was afterwards, and I was like, oh, this man is such a man, because so cool headed, so calm, and he's like, this one, unlike some people, let's even fight, let's die everything in a row, and then just scatter the whole thing. But he was such an intentional man. Guess what, Lady Jade? I told you I was catching cruise with all these guys, and I had so many of them in my life at the time,
Mm,
and I wanted to like shun him off with that. And I told him, okay, not babe at the time. I told him, and Jide, I have so many guys in my life. Oh. This one that we have started this relationship will take time for me to let go of these guys. Guess what my husband told me? He said, take your time.
eh?
It shocked you too.
Odogu will
It
lift
was
hand for
like,
you. We'll lift
it
hand
was
for
like,
you,
take your
sir.
time. And you're like,
What?
who says this kind of thing that take your time? Instead of you to say, get rid of those people in your life and just
Wait,
focus.
what?
And I was like, it was such a mature person. And I was like,
Mm,
this is the person I need. Like, someone that will be secure. Like, his wife is, if his wife says he's in Yaba, his wife is in Yaba. Not, I say I'm in Yaba and you are thinking I'm in Ikeja.
mm,
Like, I was like, that person will not help my life. And definitely, so many of them came along, but I just knew, nah. But immediately I met him, even though I was playing my coconut head things, I just knew that he was the one for me. So
wow.
I think you've heard the story you wanted to
What a
hear.
oh my god. I see Mr. Judy, sir, we greet you, sir. An intentional man I stand. And Odogu I
Yeah, right,
stand.
please.
We hail. We see all the aunties,
Oh.
yes, sir. Sir, God bless you. Eshel. Thank you for not allowing this auntie to friend zone you. Okay, I mean, as we wrap up very quickly, um,
Okay.
there are a lot of young people that are going to watch this, or they're probably currently watching this right now. Hi, Florence Fakayode from LinkedIn. The auntie is giving us back to back on LinkedIn. It's good to have you with us. Now, there are a lot of people that are going to watch this, or that are currently watching this right now. What would you tell them if as beginners trying to find their voice in the communication space or as public speakers, what is that one thing that you did differently that they can imbibe? Just one thing that you did differently when you started that they can also imbibe.
Ha. Please let me say two in
Okay,
one.
all right.
Two in one.
No problem.
One is one is know what you want,
Hmm.
and then two, be consistent with what you want.
Hmm.
Be consistent. Stay there, die there. Let the whole world know that this is what I stand for and this is what I am getting.
Hmm.
So that's what I would say to anybody listening to me, that know what you want and do not be tossed around. When people come and say, is that what you want? Be there, remain there, be consistent. Say, I want that. So that's what I will say.
Wow, wow, wow. Know what you want, be consistent, stay there, stay, tabernacle. Like we
Yeah,
say
yeah.
a few years back, press P on that matter.
Press P,
Press
oh, press P.
press P on that matter. Wow, thank you so much, um Tolulope. I mean, this is one episode I will not forget in a hurry. I believe that
Aww.
this is a professional and marital consent. At least again, we're in the month of love. Hello. Ah, so it
Yeah.
do
So it's not out of
it's
place.
not shit. Jesus. It's not really my chest. Oh my goodness. It's not out of place. So for all the single things
Mm-hmm.
out there, you've heard it all. First and foremost, pray. Ask God to open your eyes. Secondly, don't friend zone your husband, please. And if you're a guy, you like that girl, bruh, talk now. Bruh,
Coco,
open your mouth and talk. And
say what you
say
want.
your
Stop
mind.
beating around.
Say what's on your mind. I mean, I know somebody watching on YouTube right now. That God, I beg. You know how you know how you probably like start to speak to somebody over the phone. 8 days later, they say, hello, it's you. And you want ya, bros. Now so they do for now. Be like, this man, no, 8 days, sharp guy. And I'm like, men like this, and the thing about such men is they actually do know what they want. Florence, I'm sure that
Yeah.
you're a CCI member because this love code, yeah, this your love code and your love coding is showing me that you're a CCI person. That one is a no-brainer. Right? But again, thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your world with us. Thank you for letting us know. And of course, please do want to sign up. The Microphone King Masterclass will be closing in 2 days.
Yeah.
So if you like yourself,
Yeah.
please go and follow her on Instagram at Steph Compare, right?
Yes. Yes. STEP compare.
Yes, please. It's on the screen. Step Compare, please. And of course on LinkedIn at Tolulope Fajano. Tolulope Fajano, please
Yes.
follow her on LinkedIn as well. Please sign up for
Thank
the
you.
masterclass. It's not free. Oh. It comes with a price. There's a price tag to
Yes.
it. It's
fifty
fifty
thousand
thousand
naira
naira.
just. It's
50
a great
is
investment.
yeah, it is. It
Mm-hmm.
is. And when you invest in yourself, you begin to realize that you no longer collect on certain monies again, because as you the more you invest in yourself,
Definitely.
the better you are. And a few things you have talked about. You talk about negotiation, your pricing, how to get
Yeah.
events, how to leverage social media as a professional
Yeah.
master of ceremony or a public speaker or a communicator.
Yeah.
Thank you so much once again to Lokwe. I do not take this for granted. Thank you for your time. And of
Such a
course,
honor.
a big thank you to Mr. Jude Fajano for releasing you to us at this time. What a man of God.
Thank
And
you.
please, ladies, please have a man that can see. Have a man that can see things, that can say, my dear. And if they tell you, my dear,
Mm-hmm.
don't go, please don't go. The man does not hate you, he actually loves you.
Yes,
Because
so.
I believe that is also part of submission
Yeah.
as well. When you know that I think it
Mm-hmm.
was this lady, Madam Jumoke. I don't know what she said, that submission is when you have the means to do what you want to do, but you still
Exactly.
honor, because I mean and I love that you are emotionally intelligent to the needs of your husband. See, that thing, they don't used to really teach it like that in the public space.
True.
Don't I mean and like what this lady shared recently, Dr. Bukambo Shika, she said, don't make money of no consequence. Any money that's going to take away from your family or your loved ones, I don't think you need that money in your life.
Definitely.
Please. I feel like I'm beginning to preach at this point. Let me release to so that she can go and meet us one.
Thank you so much, Lady
You're
Jade.
welcome,
Thank
sis.
you. It's
Thank
such an
you.
honor, and you're doing a good
Thank
job.
you.
Don't stop.
We can't
Don't
stop
stop. Don't
now. We
stop
can't
because
stop. We just even started.
yeah.
Bereni. It gets
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
It gets better and better. It gets better and better.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
such an honor, and I definitely enjoyed myself.
I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. So, guys, till we come your way again for another exciting episode of the Find Your Voice on Your Space podcast. I remain your host, Jadisola Divodo. And of course, a big thank you to our beautiful, phenomenal, amazing guest for today, Tolulope Fajana, aka Step Compare. Have a phenomenal evening. Bye for now.